FM Mathurima and watching Hornbill TV's Prime Time. Iran signaled a willingness to talk to end the current conflict with the US and Israel, but only with dignity and without being dictated to. Speaking to ANI, Abdul Majid Hakim Ilahi, special representative of the Supreme Leader of Iran, said Iran was defending itself and was looking for its right and nothing else. He emphasized that Iran wants a guarantee of no future attacks and the removal of sanctions in exchange for peace. Ilahi further accused the US of starting the war and urged them to stop. He further said that Iran was negotiating with the US through Oman before the recent attacks.
In the future. And we are ready, we are ready to stop the war. We are ready for negotiating, but the negotiating should be with the dignity, not dictating something against Iran. We are defending ourselves. We are looking for our right and nothing else.
So this is a big, is there any off-ramp? Like now, will there be any off-ramps? Will there be any negotiation? Will there be any room for de-escalation? Because, you know, it can be a major crisis not only for Iran, but for the region itself. We are already seeing a lot of hundreds of people are stranded on the airports. We are saying, yes. We are also hearing that Iran is going to now close the Strait of Hormuz, yes. which is a major supply chain, oil supply chain for India also, sir. Yes. So how is going forward?
Please, let's go back a little for last week. Iran started negotiating with America through Oman. And they were on the table. They were negotiating for reaching to conclusion. Even the last day, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Oman said, thank to God, provided us very good opportunity. We had a lot of achievement. We had a lot of progress in negotiation and discussion. And finally, we are going to have a statement, and we hope that this conflict will stop and finish. But after that, America and Israel attack us. Never we left the table of negotiation. They left it. They started war against us. In the conflicts and crises, there is no security. There is no peace for everyone. So everyone engaged by that. I want to
Israeli media has reported that Ayatollah Khamenei's son Mojtaba has been chosen as the successor to his father and will take over as supreme leader. Senior Israeli officials told Ynet News that the assembly is expected to formally announce Mojtaba Khamenei as successor in the coming hours. However, no independent confirmation has come from official Iran state media on the development. Earlier, the New York Times had reported that Mojtaba, who is 56 years old, had emerged as the leading candidate for the position of supreme leader. Mojtaba Khamenei is the second eldest son of Ali Khamenei. NYT reported that the Assembly of Experts in Iran had elected Mojtaba as the new head of the state, allegedly under intense pressure from the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC. Meanwhile, U.S. Central Command Chief Admiral Brad Cooper has warned Iran that there will be no stopping in their intensive strike operation and that their objectives would be achieved.
Good afternoon. I'm Admiral Brad Cooper, the commander of United States Central Command. In this capacity, I lead U.S. military forces in the Middle East. I'm here to provide you an update on Operation Epic Fury, now in our 4th day of execution. First, I'd like to express my deepest condolences to the families and teammates of the extraordinary Americans who've been killed in action. And I'd also like to extend our prayers for a speedy recovery to the wounded. Yesterday, you heard from Secretary Hegseth and the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs. Today, I'd like to give you an operational update on where we are and provide you with some key facts. By order of the President of the United States and the Secretary of War, our military in the Middle East is undertaking an unprecedented operation to eliminate Iran's ability to threaten Americans, as they've been doing for nearly half a century. Having spent more than 36 years in the military, I could not be prouder of America's sons and daughters in uniform who are answering the call. More than 50,000 troops, 200 fighters, 2 aircraft carriers, and bombers from the United States are participating in this operation, and more capability is on the way. These forces bring a massive amount of firepower, representing the largest buildup by the U.S. in the Middle East in a generation. In the opening hours of Operation Epic Fury, U.S. Central Command forces, together with Israel, delivered overwhelming and unprecedented strikes into Iran. Many of you may remember the shock and awe strikes of 2003. The first 24 hours of this operation were nearly double the scale, and we continue with 24/7 strikes into Iran from seabed to space and cyberspace. Now, we're less than 100 hours into this operation, and we've already struck nearly 2,000 targets with more than 2,000 munitions. We have severely degraded Iran's air defenses and destroyed hundreds of Iran's ballistic missiles, launchers, and drones. And in simple terms, we're focused on shooting all the things that can shoot at us. Our B-2 bombers and B-1 bombers have executed uncontested surgical strikes against multiple missile facilities deep inside Iran. And then just last night, a B-52 bomber force struck ballistic missile and command and control posts. We are also sinking the Iranian Navy, the entire Navy. Thus far, we've destroyed 17 Iranian ships, including the most operational Iranian submarine that now has a hole in its side. For decades, the Iranian regime has harassed international shipping. Today, there's not a single Iranian ship underway in the Arabian Gulf, Strait of Hormuz, or Gulf of Oman, and we will not stop. We will continue to conduct dynamic targeting operations. We're hunting Iran's last remaining mobile ballistic missile launchers to eliminate what I would characterize as their lingering launch capability. Now, in retaliation, the Iranian regime has launched over 500 ballistic missiles and over 2,000 drones. To be clear, Iran is indiscriminately targeting civilians as they launch these missiles and drones. You've seen it on TV. The evidence is crystal clear and overwhelming. Having said this, we are seeing Iran's ability to hit us and our partners is declining, while our combat power, on the other hand, is building. And my overall operational assessment is that we are ahead of our game plan. Along the way, every single branch of our military is achieving unprecedented success. I'll talk about just a few of them. Our naval forces have deployed multiple waves of cruise missiles, obliterating Iranian command and control and air defense capabilities. From 2 aircraft carrier strike groups, we're squeezing Iran from the sea and have them backed into their own ports. U.S. air forces are doing what they do best, executing a high volume of airstrikes right into Iran. Operationally, the 2 most powerful air forces in the world, the U.S. and Israel, are dominating the skies of the world's largest state sponsor of terror. Our U.S. Army soldiers are defending ourselves and our partners, and in a historic first, the U.S. Army fired long-range precision strike missiles called PRISMs in combat, providing an unrivaled deep strike capability. Also for the first time, U.S. Central Command's drone task force, called Task Force Scorpion Strike, launched countless one-way attack drones, achieving massive effects. I'd like to point out these drones were originally an Iranian design. We took them back to America, made them better, and fired them right back at Iran. I just could not be prouder of our men and women in uniform, leveraging innovation to create dilemmas for the enemy. There is no adversary too determined, no mission too difficult for the great soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, Guardians, and Coast Guardsmen that make up the most powerful military the world has ever seen. Our military objectives are crystal clear, and our people are executing an immensely complex and historic mission with relentless lethality, conviction, and professionalism. And we've just begun. But I have the utmost confidence that we, alongside our partners, will absolutely achieve our military objectives. To all our warriors, Godspeed.
We'll take a short break. Keep watching.
Apuni khan jani ase ek din de kiman jini khai apuni khan gobo olop hi khai olop jade aru olop mithai de hoilebi ami khan hodai kha laga khana de na jani gina jini do thagi jai cold drinks daba laga juice cookies aru biscuits khan de jini do bishi ghaile gao bi bhari jai aru diabetes mon laga bimari khan nishina bi hoi jabo do ami khan koshish koribole lage ki jini khan do komdi kuribo aru fruits aru bada sabji khan hi khabole lage homoy jivan idu kotha khan dhyan rakhibole lage bojode daba laga juice na hoigina fresh fruits khan hi khabi idude taste bi ase aru fiber bi ase biscuits khan na hoigina dry fruits khan khabi idu khan gao nimide bhal ase gold drinks na hoigina buttermilk naril laga bani fruits laga juice khan khabi tasty ase aru natural bi ase jini thagya mithai khan na hoigina thanda fruits laga ekda bowl khabi aru hodai food level khan do puribi abuni laga kha saman de jini kiman ase idu janibi mithai khan bana samede jini do komdi julabi banana apple aru spices khan chalkhuri nutmeg fennel na hoile elaichi khan bi jini botli dalibi ami khan aram bara hodai kha laga khana de jini ge botli kuri bole bare aru healthy aru nutritious khana hi khabi adathi bodli korishi koile tasty bi khabo aru healthy bi hobo
Welcome back. The Manipur government on Wednesday allocated portfolios to members of the newly formed Council of Ministers, according to a notification issued by the Secretariat's Confidential and Cabinet Department. As per the notification, Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand Singh will hold charge of any department not specifically allocated to other ministers. Deputy Chief Minister Nemcha Kipken has been assigned the Rural Development and Panchayati Raj Department, along with the Tribal Affairs and Hills Department. Another Deputy Chief Minister, Loshi Tiko, has been given charge of the Public Health Engineering Department as well as the Forest, Environment and Climate Change Department. Minister Konto Cham Govindas Singh has been allocated the Home Department and the Youth Affairs and Sports Department, while Korai Jam Loken Singh will oversee the Arts and Culture Department and the Tourism Department. The notification was issued by the Government of Manipur through the Confidential and Cabinet Department and signed by Chief Secretary Dr. Puneet Kumar Goyal. Officials said the allocation of portfolios will enable the ministers to formally assume charge of their respective departments and being administrative functioning. BJP on Tuesday named former National Secretary of the party and also the former State Party President Rahul Sinha as the party candidate for Rajya Sabha from the West Bengal. The party said Rahul Sinha is a well-known political figure in West Bengal and a senior leader of the BJP's West Bengal unit. He has also served as the former state BJP president. During his tenure, the BJP's organizational base in the state was strengthened and the party took an active role in various movements. Of the 5 Rajya Sabha seats from West Bengal for which elections will be held on March 16, the ruling Trinamool Congress is all set to back 4 comfortably, and the BJP will have to settle with 1 as per the numerical strength of the 2 parties in the state assembly. Trinamool Congress had already named its 4 candidates for the Rajya Sabha last week.
देखिए बहुत खुश हूं मैं जे दोल का ऐसा पवित्र दिन में मेरे को जिम्मेदारी मिला जब राधा कृष्ण जी का चारों ओर उत्सव मना रहा है। इसी होली का दिन में इतना बड़ा जिम्मेदारी पार्टी हमको दिया और एक संदेश तो पूरा बंगाल में चले गए, कार्यकर्ता में चले गए, जो निराशा का कोई जगह नहीं है। पार्टी सबका ऊपर ध्यान रखते हैं। समय पर किसी को लगता है हमको ये नहीं मिला वो नहीं मिला, लेकिन सही रास्ता से रहेंगे तो जरूर मिलेगा। ये प्रमाण आज पार्टी कर दिया। हमको भी बहुत लोग बोला आप तो इतना दिन कर रहे हैं, आपको तो ये नहीं मिलना चाहिए था, वो मिलना चाहिए था, आपको ये नहीं मिला, वो नहीं मिला, लेकिन मैं कभी हताश नहीं हुआ। लेकिन आज ये प्रमाण हो गया जो रास्ता में चल रहा था वही रास्ता सही है, और पार्टी भी नजर रख रहा है, पार्टी भी देख रहा है, और सही समय सही निर्णय पार्टी करते हैं। ये जो पुराना जितना कार्यकर्ता हताश है उन सब का मन में एक नया आशा जागेगा, जो हम लोगों को भी पार्टी नजर रख रहा है, कभी ना कभी हमारा भी कुछ होगा। देखिए, एक तो पश्चिम बंगाल का जो असली चित्र है वो हम राज्यसभा में उजागर करेंगे। देश में जो हमारा प्रधानमंत्री इतना अच्छा काम कर रहा है और विपक्ष ने उसको नीचा दिखाने का कोशिश कर रहा है, उसके खिलाफ आवाज जरूर बुलंद करेंगे। और साथ साथ हमारा ये भी आशा है जे 2 महीना का बाद पश्चिम बंगाल का कोई विषय लेके राज्यसभा में बोलने का मौका नहीं मिलेगा, कारण बंगाल में नया सरकार आ जाएगा, ऐसा विनाशकारी सरकार चला जाएगा, और नया सरकार जब आएगा नया रूप से बंगाल फिर जागेगा, सोनार बंगला होगा। इसीलिए बंगाल का ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम नहीं रहेगा जो हम राज्यसभा में उठाएंगे, लेकिन पूरा देश का आवाज राज्यसभा में मैं बुलंद करूंगा, ऐसा मेरा विश्वास है। और जो काम करेंगे एकदम ईमानदारी से करेंगे, ऐसा मेरा विश्वास लेके काम कर रहा हूं, और ऊपर वाला से ही प्रार्थना कर रहा हूं जो हम जैसा था ऐसा ही रहे। हमारा कभी अहंकार हमारा मन में ना डेरा करे, ऐसा ही हमारा ऊपर वाला से प्रार्थना है। जो सांसद होने का पहले जैसा था, सांसद होने का बाद भी ऐसा ही रह पाए, ऐसा ही आशीर्वाद ऊपर वाला आज करे, ऐसा ही मेरा प्रार्थना है।
नहीं, राहुल दा हमारे बहुत सीनियर लीडर है, बहुत साल से पार्टी में लगे हुए हैं, आज भी उतना सक्रिय है। तो पार्टी का ये जो रवैया है ये बहुत अच्छा है, सीनियर लीडर्स को सम्मानित करना चाहिए। वैसे समीक भट्टाचार्य भी हमारे पुराने नेता, उनको भी राज्यसभा में भेजा गया, आज तो हमारे अध्यक्ष हैं। तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी हर एक कार्यकर्ता का ध्यान रखता है, जो पार्टी के लिए करता है पार्टी उसके लिए योग्य जगह देता है। ये बहुत अच्छा डिसीजन है, और मुझे लगता है कि बाकी अपने जो कार्यकर्ता है काम कर रहे हैं उनको भी भरोसा रखना चाहिए पार्टी पर।
The first bust of Mahatma Gandhi in the U.S. state of Montana was unveiled at the prestigious Mike Mansfield Center at the University of Montana in Missoula, marking a significant cultural milestone in India-U.S. ties. According to the official X post by Consul General of India in Seattle through the handle of India in Seattle, the bust was jointly unveiled by Montana Governor Greg Gianforte and the Consul General of India in Seattle during a ceremony attended by senior state officials, faculty and students of the university and members of the Montana World Affairs Council. According to the post, the bust has been presented as a gift from the Government of India and stands as a tribute to Gandhi's enduring ideals and peace and non-violence. In his remarks at the ceremony, Governor Gianforte said, Gandhi's life reminds us that leadership starts with character. The inscription on the bus features a quote attributed to Gandhi that good ideas mean nothing without action. That message resonates here in Montana. The event was also attended by Montana's First Lady, Suzanne Gianforte, along with leading state officials and members of the academic community. We'll take another short break. Keep watching. Gauri bal pra kiniga dongor hoi jane bole monase. Gauri karne spunky kuigina dana introduce kriasi. Kuntu bal pra saigina gauri ge nutrition digina dongor banabule nimide ola lagasi. Itudo Messrs. Didi Poultry Katkati Karbi Anglong Sam kuntu check kedo sordiasi tade paijabo.
उत्तर प्रदेश के सभी शिक्षकों को मिला है आरोग्य का सबसे बड़ा उपहार। यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के मार्गदर्शन में मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ ने 11 लाख से अधिक शिक्षकों और 60 लाख से अधिक उनके परिजनों को दी है कैशलेस उपचार की सुविधा। प्राथमिक एवं उच्च प्राथमिक विद्यालयों के शिक्षक, अशासकीय सहायता प्राप्त विद्यालय एवं महाविद्यालयों के शिक्षक, स्ववित्त पोषित विद्यालय और महाविद्यालयों के शिक्षकों के साथ ही शिक्षा मित्र, अनुदेशक, रसोइया और उनके परिवारों को मिलेगा निःशुल्क उपचार का लाभ। देश का भविष्य गढ़ने वाले 81 शिक्षकों को मुख्यमंत्री शिक्षक सम्मान एवं शिक्षा मित्रों और अनुदेशकों का मानदेय बढ़ाने के उद्देश्य से किया गया है एक उच्च स्तरीय कमेटी का गठन। गुरुजनों का सम्मान, सशक्त राष्ट्र की पहचान, काम दमदार, डबल इंजन सरकार।
Welcome back. Security forces continued search operations and area domination in fringe and vulnerable areas across district as part of ongoing efforts to curb extortion and criminal activities in Manipur. According to police, intelligence-based combing cordon and search operations are being carried out extensively to apprehend individuals involved in extortion and other unlawful activities. On March 3, security forces arrested an alleged extortionist identified as Atum Luwangpa Meite, 44, an active cadre of Pre-Pak Pro from Wangte Meite Lekai at Langol in Imphal West. The arrested individual is a resident of Thangmaipan Polem, Lekai in Imphal West and was presently staying at Langol Yumtau Mampi Lekai. Police said security personnel recovered 4 mobile phones and an Aadhaar card from his possession. In a separate incident on the same day, about 2 kgs of opium was recovered during screening of consignments at Imphal International Airport. The contraband was seized and investigations are underway to determine the source of the narcotics and identify those involved in the transshipment of the consignment. The 5-day Yao Shang festival began across Manipur on Wednesday, with people participating in traditional rituals, sports, activities and cultural programs that marked one of the most vibrant celebrations in the state. The festival commenced with the traditional Yao Shang Maitapa, in which a small thatched hut symbolizing Yao Shang is set ablaze, marking the formal beginning of the celebrations. One of the unique aspects of Yao Shang in Manipur is the organization of sporting events in different localities. The celebrations are often flagged off through torch rallies, where fire is taken from the historic Kangla Fort in Imphal and carried to various clubs and playgrounds, signaling the start of sports competitions that continue throughout the 5 days. Another major highlight is Tabal Chongpa, a popular nighttime dance organized in different localities, accompanied by music and rhythmic beats. The gathering provides a social platform where young men and women interact, and traditionally young men court marriageable women during the festivities. During the festival, young girls can also be seen stopping vehicles along roads and highways, seeking small monetary contributions from the public to organize Tabal Chongpa dances and other local activities. Another important cultural practice observed during the festival is Prachmai, where women dressed in white represent the companions of Radha. The ritual is centered around the Govindaji temple, where participants perform ceremonies such as Halankar and enact playful scenes carrying sticks. The procession usually concludes with a final celebratory dance near the Bijoy Govinda temple. Alongside these unique traditions, people also celebrate with colors similar to Holi, making Yao Shang a distinctive blend of religious observances, sports and cultural festivities in Manipur. That's all we have for now. Keep watching Hornbill TV. Good night.
Copy that. Yes, I'm in his makeup room.